Hello and welcome to the first edition of News Time in 2021. In this year of hope, our eyes are set on the revival for our industry. And the revival is set to begin with the signature edition of ACETECH that will be held from 12th to 14th of February in the Bombay Exhibition Center. We're keeping our fingers crossed, and today we invite Mr. Manish Gandhi to share with our audiences the highlights of his upcoming event with us. Mr. Gandhi, congratulations for launching India's finest show on architecture yet again in 2021. And we are starting 2021 with a bang. Would you tell us what is going to be special in this edition of ACETECH? How different is it going to be from the ones which we have seen earlier?
So we have, this is a signature event. It is much smaller in size. We have limited it to around 6,000 square meters net. We have made it smaller booths, 50 square meters, 100 square meters, and 30 square meters. They're all prefabricated. So the amount of setup time is very, very less. And in building materials, people want to come and decorate the booths properly and spend a lot of money. So we have made, this is with a set budget. We are already fabricating everything. So people spend less time and it's absolutely safe, for the laborers, for the participants. So that is the biggest highlight because one is that we slashed our prices by 50%. So what we used to sell for 18,000 rupees a square meters, we are selling at 10, and it's a fixed price in which the booth is already made. So that got us very good traction because, clients who used to spend like 50 lakhs, 1 crore with us are getting to experience this ACETECH Signature Edition for as less as, 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs and 10 lakh rupees with the booth made. So if the exhibition is going to start on the 12th, you can walk in on the, say, 11th, put up your stuff. It is not going to look as grand as what ACETECH used to be, but imagine, we are starting from zero. It's like it's the entire industry is starting from zero. So I think it's a good starting point wherein we get the customer visitor confidence back that they can come in, they can visit the exhibition. We'll talk about this more later, but this is the big change that you have prefabricated booths, which we have never done. So standard size, standard height, and very free flowing, absolutely contactless, sanitized, and with SOP norms which the government has given.
Okay, and you call it a signature edition. So does it hold some meaning? Is it going to be different from?
Absolutely, it's a huge meaning. I mean, it's like, sometimes I feel I'm like restarting my career again. This like a feeling is like 20 years back from zero to, because for us, like people who have been in exhibitions doing 70 shows a year. I mean, 1 year you're sitting at home, you're doing absolutely nothing, and then you're starting with something. So this is definitely a signature show, which is like the restart of the entire exhibition industry. And we are very proud that we were the first ones to actually take this initiative. And trust me, it has with personally between me and Sumit ji, it has taken a lot of effort getting the staff back, making them comfortable, talking to them, getting them onto the Zoom call with the clients, and talking to the, and Zoom has become like a huge this thing. I used to travel to Delhi for meetings, so now it's more acceptable. If I'm meeting clients on Zoom, and I think Sumit ji is doing around 10 Zoom calls a day. I'm attending 4-5. So we are meeting all our clients virtually, which is very good. I think which is sales has changed. So sales has changed for ABEC, we'll be saving a lot of cost in terms of, we used to travel like 4 people would travel to Morbi to Ahmedabad to do one meeting. But now the thing has changed. It's very good. It is a signature show because a lot of new things are happening. And I think once this happens, it'll be a kickstart for the entire exhibition industry. I was speaking to the guys at Messe Frankfurt. They have some shows lined up in March. I had a discussion. There was like, everybody, wants that confidence, which I think this show will give.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And would you also have some hybrid element involved in this physical show, or is going to be completely physical?
That is necessary. We have learned from our fitness show that the power of social media, YouTube, live streaming, and that has to come to the customer as a value addition. So you have the virtual exhibition, you have the virtual meetings, you have everything, whatever is there. Virtual can never replace the real exhibition, but real exhibitions must utilize the power of virtual so that people, you want to reach 300 customers, but when you can reach 3000 or 300,000, why not? So live streaming, seminars, digitization, absolutely. So a lot of facets are being going to be added, and we are going to work on that. That, this exhibition is slightly smaller, but definitely a hybrid model is here to stay, and it gives more value to the customer.
Absolutely. And Manishji, as this is going to mark the first exhibition in Maharashtra since the COVID, what steps are you taking as organizer to ensure the smooth and safe experience for attendees?
So one is that the SOPs which have been given by the ministry, they are being followed to the T, in terms of sanitization of the entire venue, having larger aisle spaces, spacing of the booths, maintaining social distancing, doing temperature checks, asking the participants and vendors for their COVID test 72 hours prior. So all those things definitely would be done. That I think it goes without saying. It's the new norm. That is the new normal. We don't want to stress upon too much. My marketing team wanted to come up with creatives which made again Corona the hero and all that, but I think we need to start forgetting it, and we need to start moving ahead in a positive direction. So it should, a person comes, we should not become more conscious that, oh my god, I'm entering something, and like just the way you, but you see people are going to the malls right now. You see every restaurant is kind of choco block. People are going to hotels, and meetings are happening. You are socializing right now, and no need for everybody to remind you that you need to be scared, you need to be careful, you need to have those masks on, and everything is fine. So idea is that the feel what we want to give to this exhibition is absolutely maybe a smaller, nicer version of ACETECH, but it should seem very, very normal.
And you must be utilizing some technology to and some innovations to ensure smooth passage for the visitors, like no queues at the registration, because ASTEC usually a
There's
lot of
no
visitors, are there at
So there
room.
are there are no registration counters. So everything is, we have routed it through Book My Show. Even though it's a trade show, you buy your trade pass for 200, 300 rupees. It's all contactless. You have to show your QR code, scan the QR code, and you're absolutely let in. And the common areas like the cafes and all that, we'll be maintaining a strict protocol, whatever has been given to us. Yeah. So I think
Okay.
registration and contactless being, that's the key. How the visitors and the number of visitors, obviously, as per the area which is given, the amount of visitors will be monitored. We are not expecting the kind of footfall. I mean, I would be more than happy if that happens, but we would definitely limit. But I think it'll take some time. Once we do this show, for us, this is also a launch for the entire exhibition industry and for our future ACETECH editions. So I think this is just a small. We would also not want to push our luck. The clients have been very, very supportive. The industry has been very supportive, and they have come forward and they're participating, and they're, like, showing. And people are traveling from Gujarat, and they're also taking that kind of a this thing initiative. So I think we are very thankful for with what we have. I mean, today in Mumbai, if our net show was 28,000 square meters and less, and we would be like, shit, why it's not 32,000 square meters or 35,000 square meters? We are right now very happy with a 6,000 square meter show, because we need to start somewhere.
Absolutely. And what has been the general feedback from your clients? How supportive have they been, and how eager
Very,
have they
very
been?
support, very surprising, very supportive. People want to move on. People want to forget. Markets are positive. I think things are moving in a very right direction. People, they just want to move on now. So they people have been very, very supportive. In
Is
fact,
it
the
also?
best other clients from our main clients from Delhi, they look at Mumbai market, because there's a lot of now. Also, there's a lot of real estate has started to move. So that is also really helping. A lot of architects and a lot of interior designers are so busy, and they've got multiple sites going on. So I think there's slight positive indicator in the real estate sector has also helped, that people are saying, okay, we need something to market. Let's start off. So that's very positive.
And does it also suggest the role of exhibitions, and the way the clients perceive, the exhibitors perceive the importance of exhibitions as a mainstay of promoting their business?
See, exhibitions has have always been a part of a essential mix. No one medium can actually give you, because especially with the social media and everything. But I think nothing can replace exhibition. So the largest of the companies, even Google, they participate in an exhibition. Facebook participates in an exhibition. In I mean, why would Google need to participate? But if you look at the Google booth, they participate in the San Francisco convention. So because that touch, human touch, that five senses and that energy and the vibes, I think very, very important, especially in the capital goods segment, especially where the touch and feel is involved, where, I think that's it's here to stay. So it is only going to grow, because this one-on-one, the drama around it, I think it's very much here to stay. Yeah.
Okay. And how supportive has been the Maharashtra government for towards this initiative?
Very, very supported. I met Uddhav ji and Aditya ji, and Aditya ji had also inaugurated one of our health and fitness shows. So he was very excited, and he said that he's coming. He's confirmed his presence to inaugurate the show along with Mr. Sachin Ahir, senior party leader for Shiv Sena out here. So there he'll be there, and so I think it's going to be very good. We are also inviting the mayor, and we are also inviting the BMC commissioner. So the way we are going to showcase is that this is a shot in the arm for the trade. It is the backbone for Atmanirbhar Bharat and those initiatives, Skill India and all that, because where people meet and get together, these things take real shape.
Absolutely, and it's very encouraging to hear that the government there has been very supportive of your exhibition,
Yeah.
and it's definitely sounds very good for the other organizers and their events as well. Finally, Manishji, I would like to take your remarks on the venue front, because venue plays a very important role, works hand in hand with the organizer. We
Yeah.
all know Bombay Exhibition Center has been a major COVID center. So, what is your feedback on the same, and how would you
So,
manage?
so the best thing what has happened is that the major COVID center is becoming the major vaccination point, right?
Yes,
So you
yes.
it's so from a negative to complete positive. So anybody who wants to get a vaccine shot, you can go to Nesco. So rather than it being a place where everybody is getting treated for COVID, now it's a thing where you can get your vaccination done. So I think that's a very positive thing which has happened for us. Also, I went to the venue. So the venue, the way it's laid out, they have put barricades and it's completely isolated. The entry is from gate 3, which is almost a kilometer away. So, I mean, not that it's like air transmitted or something, and the way people are going about in the malls and everything, I think it's absolutely safe. And the venue has been very, very careful. They are extra supportive. And I think it's just a matter of that's see exactly this first exhibition will break a lot of things, a lot of myths, and people will get that confidence that one exhibition will happen, then it's growth story afterwards, because all little bit exhibition happening in a Surat or something happening in the convention hall in Delhi, it people know that this is okay, this is controlled. But when a mainstream event like an ACETECH or a CPHI or some of these events happen, then the industry starts moving.
Absolutely. And which hall have you booked with Bombay
All one,
Exhibition? Hall
all
one.
one.
And 6,000 square meters of gross exhibition space as
No,
a.
12,000 square meters of gross.
Okay.
6,000 is what we've been able to sell.
All right. And any tentative number of exhibitors and visitors that you are expecting at the show?
So we have around 80 participants who have confirmed, very good brands, and in terms of visitors, see, over a period of 3 days spread on the area with the SOPs, I think if we get around say 15 to 20,000, I think we'll be very, very happy. If we get 3-4,000 visitors in a day, and because it's a trade show and we are focused only on architects and interior designers, and we will not be encouraging the B2C footfall. So I think we'll be very good if we get the architect community, uh, to visit around 10,000, 15,000 in 3 days. I think that'll be a fabulous number. Definitely, as per the norms, we'll not be allowing children below 18, and then for elderly above say 60. So those norms are being followed. Yeah.
And finally, Manishji, any message you would like to give to the industry and the fraternity at large?
I think I'm very, very happy. I'm touched the way, you and along with the other members, how you kept the industry together in this difficult time. I'm like really very, very happy, and especially about the way things have gone about and what initiatives you took the entire year. I mean, we didn't never missed out, and how the entire fraternity stood together. So I think I'm impressed. There's a good amount of bonding, a good amount of knowledge sharing. How ITPO officials came forward. I think it's very, very nice. Everybody needed this reality check, that ultimately we can stand together as friends and represent a country rather than trying to compete and shortchange each other, or trying to do the same dates or the same this thing, and the talent pool and everything come together and then make India stronger, make the economy of this country stronger. I think that is very, very important, where all the organizers can stand together, and I think I see that happening.
Absolutely, Manishji, and it has been a wonderful session with you. I would like to thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule, and we all are looking very eagerly to your upcoming signature edition of ACETECH, and we wish you all the success for the
I'm
same.
definitely looking forward to seeing you there. So let's hope for the best. Maybe, God willingly, we'll have a live session even there.
Wow, wonderful.
Great.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Raghav.